Hi, it's Kira, and today I'm going to be talking about my 5 most anticipated releases for November. There's a nice mix on this list, although like 3 are YA contemporaries. On the 1st of November, there is the release of This Magnificent Dappled Sea by David Biro. This is a World War II historical fiction, and I guess I'll tell you a little bit about it. Two strangers, generations and oceans apart, have a chance to save each other in this moving and suspenseful novel about family secrets and the ineffable connections that attach us. In a small northern Italian village, 9-year-old Luca Taviano catches a stubborn cold and is subsequently diagnosed with leukemia. His only hope for survival is a bone marrow transplant. After an exhaustive search, a match turns up 3,000 miles away in the form of the most unlikely donor, Joseph Nyman, a rabbi in Brooklyn, New York, who is suffering from a debilitating crisis of faith. As Luca's young nurse, Nina Vicelli, risks her career and races against time to help save the spirited red-headed boy, she uncovers terrible secrets from World War II, secrets that reveal how a Catholic child could have Jewish genes. Can inheritance be transcended by accidents of love? That is the question at the heart of This Magnificent Dappled Sea, a novel that challenges the idea of identity and celebrates the ties that bind us together. So I'm like, vibing for this. It sounds so interesting, and I'm a sucker for historical fiction, war-themed historical fiction. We all know that now. It's out in the open. Then next, on the 3rd of November, we have Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. This is a young adult contemporary with elements of magical realism. In this young adult contemporary romance, a girl is suddenly gifted with the ability to cast instant karma on those around her, both good and bad. Chronic overachiever Prudence Daniels is always quick to cast judgment on the lazy, rude and arrogant residents of her coastal town. Her dreams of karmic justice are fulfilled when, after a night out with her friends, she wakes up with the sudden ability to cast instant karma on those around her. Prue Gidley makes use of the power, punishing everyone from public vandals to karaoke hecklers. But there is one person on whom her powers consistently backfire, Quint Erickson, her slacker of a lab partner and all-around mortal enemy. Soon, Prue begins to uncover the truths about Quint, her peers, and even herself that reveal how thin the line is between virtue and vanity, generosity and greed, love and hate. So, basically, what I'm reading from this is that Prudence is going to fall in love with Quint Erickson, which is a horrible name for a book character. I apologise to anyone out there called Quint. But yeah, basically, I feel like she's going to fall in love with this guy. The magical realism is going to be the fact that she can cast this instant karma on people. And yeah, very exciting. Then, coming out on the 10th of November is A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey. This is another young adult contemporary, which is described as Love and Gelato meets Don't Date Rosa Santos in this charming, heartfelt story following a Miami girl who unexpectedly finds love and herself in a small English town. For Lila Reyes, a summer in England was never part of the plan. The plan was 1. Take over her abuela's role as head baker at their panaderia, 2. Move in with her best friend after graduation, and 3. Live happily ever after with her boyfriend. But then the trifecta happened, and everything, including Lila herself, fell apart. Worried about Lila's mental health, her parents make a new plan for her: spend 3 months with family friends in Winchester, England, to relax and reset. But with the lack of sun, a grumpy inn cook, and a small town lacking Miami flavour, both in food and otherwise, what would be a dream trip for some feels more like a nightmare to Lila until she meets Orion Maxwell. A tea shop clerk with troubles of his own, Orion is determined to help Lila out of a funk and appoints himself as her personal tour guide. From Winchester's drama-filled music scene to the sweeping English countryside, it isn't long before Lila is not only charmed by Orion, but England itself. Soon a new future is beginning to form in Lila's mind, one that would mean leaving everything she ever planned behind. We love a good contemporary romance, don't we, on this channel? If you don't, I don't know what you're here for. Then the 4th release, on the 12th of November, is Fence, Striking Distance by Sarah Rees Brennan. This is a male-male LGBT contemporary YA novel based on the graphic novel series Fence by C.S. Pacat. 16-year-old Nicholas Cox is the illegitimate son of a retired fencing champion who dreams of getting the proper training he could never afford. After earning a place on the elite Kings Row fencing team, Nicholas must prove himself to his rival, Seiji Katayama, and navigate the clashes, friendships and relationships between his teammates on the road to state championships, where Nicholas might finally have the chance to spar with his golden boy half-brother. The first installment of this enticing original YA novel series by Sarah Rees Brennan, rich with casual diversity and queer self-discovery, explores never-before-seen drama inspired by C.S. Pacat's critically acclaimed Fence comic series and boasts original cover and interior art by Joanna the Mad. who worked on the fenced graphic novels. I love the fenced graphic novels, and I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to read this. I am buzzing. And then last but not least, on the 17th of November is the release of A Promised Land by Barack Obama, which is a political non-fiction / memoir. This is a riveting, deeply personal account of history in the making, from the president who inspired us to believe in the power of democracy. In the stirring, highly anticipated first volume of his presidential memoirs, Barack Obama tells the story of his improbable odyssey from young man searching for his identity to leader of the free world, describing in strikingly personal detail both his political education and the landmark moments of his first term of his historic presidency, a time of dramatic transformation and turmoil. Obama takes readers on a compelling journey from his earliest political aspirations to the pivotal Iowa caucus victory that demonstrated the power of grassroots activism, to the watershed night of November 4th, 2008, when he was elected 44th President of the United States, becoming the first African American to hold the nation's highest office. I am very excited about this. I will be reading this instantly when it releases. I've actually got the audiobook on pre-order. That's my November 17th plans. Let me know down below if you're interested in reading any of these books, or if they're your anticipated November releases, or if not, tell me what you're looking forward to in November. But either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!